All right, so welcome back. We're here. All right, gonna be doing some review on the inequalities that we've looked at. Hopefully, getting to a pretty good spot. Tomorrow, you guys will take a test review. Don't worry about that. We won't take the test on Monday, but we're gonna get reviewed and probably take it sometime early next week. But just want to get you guys prepared. So we're going to review a little bit today. Go ahead, make sure that you got your paper out, ready to go. Okay, first one we got here, we have x plus 5 is less than or equal to 8. Okay, I think I got it once again to where everything's in that -4 to 4 range. But if we have x plus 5 is less than or equal to 8, okay, I see that plus, and that tells me I need to subtract. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. That will give me x is less than or equal to 3. So I'm going to have my point on 3. It's less than or equal to, so that's going to be a closed circle, okay, and it's pointing at the letter, which tells me I'm going to the left. Okay, so x plus 5 is less than or equal to 8, comes out to be x is less than or equal to 3, closed circle on 3, pointing to the left. All right. Then we have x minus 2 is greater than 0. So I see that minus. Okay? I need to get rid of that constant, so I need to do the opposite operation. So I need to add 2 to both sides. So x will be greater than 0 plus 2 is still 2. So I'm going to have my point on 2. So x is greater than 2. Alrighty. So I have an open circle on 2. It's pointing at the number, so I'm going to the right with my arrow. Alright. Example 3. We have 3x is greater than or equal to -6. All right, we see multiplication, so we're actually going to divide both sides by 3. So x becomes greater than or equal to -2. Since we divided both sides by a positive number, we don't have to do anything with that as far as flipping the sign. So we have a closed circle on -2. It's pointing at our number, so it's going to go to the right. All right. That leads us into example 4. Okay. Example 4, we have x over 10 is less than 0. So since we're dividing both sides by 10, or not both sides, we're dividing the x by 10, so we need to multiply both sides by 10 to get x by itself. That gives me x is less than 0 times 10 is still 0. So I'm going to have an open circle on 0. How fitting. And 0 is an open circle. And since I'm pointing at the letter, I'm going to the left. If you don't know how to do inequalities, hit that follow button. Let's go! You heard the man. All right. Go ahead, erase this. Example 5. We have 5x is less than -10. Okay, so once again we see multiplication, so I'm going to have to divide both sides by 5. So x is less than, in this case, -2. So my point is going to be on -2. It's going to be an open point or open circle. And since I'm pointing towards the letter, I'm going to the left. Give everybody a quick sec to get that down. Example 6, we're kind of doing something a little bit different, okay? So we have -9 plus x is greater than -5. So normally we see that plus and we know that we need to subtract. We're actually doing the opposite here, okay? I see -9. I need to get that -9 out of here. The opposite of -9 is +9. So I'm going to actually add 9 to both sides, which will give me x is greater than 4. Okay? So we're going to have an open circle on 4. That's going to go to the right since I'm pointing at the number. Okay? So that's all for that problem. Now we're going to review some two-step inequalities real quick, and then we'll all be done. So we have -5x plus 8 is less than or equal to -7. All right. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides because I got to get rid of that constant first. So -5x is less than or equal to -15. I have -5 times x is less than or equal to -15. So that means that I need to divide both sides by -5. Wait. We're dividing both sides by -5. So that means that I need to flip my sign. -15 divided by -5 gives me 3. So x is greater than or equal to 3. I'm going to have a closed circle on 3. Since I'm pointing at the number, it's going to go to the right. Okay? That leads me to my last example here, example 8. I have x over 2 minus 9 is greater than -8. I first need to get rid of the constant. In this case, that constant's -9, so I'm going to add 9 to both sides. Gives me x over 2 is greater than 1, which then means that I need to multiply both sides by 2. So x is greater than 1 times 2, which is 2. That's going to leave me with an open circle on 2. Since I'm pointing at the number, I'm going to the right. All right, so that's the last video for this class for this week. So congrats, you skibbity sigmas. Whatever you guys want to call yourselves, okay? We're all done with the videos for this week. You guys, I have a test review to work on tomorrow. Make sure that you're working. Be respectful of the sub. Be respectful of your classmates. Use your time wisely. Have a fantastic weekend. Make good choices.